Welcome to Neeks Sports, fans Q&A. We've got a load of questions to go through today, so let's get right down to it. First question, Ramon, from Kyle. How would you describe Lewis Hamilton's title defence so far? Would you agree it's been unfortunate, or is it a lack of sharpness? Do you think he can come back and defend his title against a very strong-looking Rosberg? Now, we know Lewis Hamilton, 3 races into the Formula 1 season, and he's 36 points behind Rosberg. What do you think?
I think he's had a slow start. It's been a bit of unfortunate errors during the match, but also before in qualifying as well. I think he's faltered a bit, but it's not over. It's still early. It's still so early. I'd like to see personally a good three-way fight this year with Vettel as well and Hamilton as well. So I hope he can come back, and I think he will.
I think there's 18 races left. It's a longer season. I think he's got a big chance. So don't write Hamilton off just yet. Next question from Ayana. What is going to happen to Sakho now? Would you be able to carry on? Would he be able to carry on after the ban? And have there been any other banned footballers? Obviously, we know Sakho's been banned provisionally for 30 days while they investigate, but for taking what seems like a fat-burning substance, which is prohibited. So, what's going to happen? Do you think he's going to come back after the ban, play for Liverpool?
I think he will get a longer ban afterwards. I mean, he's not denying anything. He's not coming out fighting against it. So it looks like he's going to accept whatever charges he can get to. I mean, I think obviously there's only been the preliminary one at the first 30 days, and then after that, I reckon he'll probably get a good 6-7 months probably, and he'll miss a lot of next season. But he'll probably come back after that. I don't see why not. Players have.
Well, we know one of his teammates, Colatore, had a 6-month ban for very similar substance, and obviously he's still playing for Liverpool now. But the issue of drugs in sport is one that will go on forever. Yeah. And we know football doesn't seem to have been the limelight, but I think there's a lot more footballers taking drugs than we actually see. But you know, it's all speculation. Next question, again from Ayana. Will Man City go on to win the Champions League, and will Man United finish in the top 4? In terms of Man United in the top 4, well, if we win all our games and Arsenal and Man City beat each other when they play, we got top 4. So you can't rule it out. But Leicester on Sunday is a big game, and we need to win from there. It starts there, and you never know.
In terms of Man City, I think they'll do it. Well, I said I think they'll challenge for it a lot. I think they'll probably get to the final. I see them beating Real Madrid and getting to the final. It's just, I think the toughest game is going to be Atletico or Bayern Munich. Can they beat that? But I hope they do, to be honest. You know, as long as Arsenal stay in top 3, I hope they do.
I hear that. Question from Matthew. Why has it taken Leicester to make Arsenal fans only just realise top 4 isn't good enough? And you know, maybe I can link that with the next question from Nathaniel, which says, should Wenger retire now or leave next year? We know there's going to be some protests against Norwich at the Emirates on Saturday. You know, is it this season that Arsenal fans have really realised that, you know what, we've been underachieving?
I think it puts a big statement when, you know, Leicester winning the Premier League, if they're going to win it, puts a big statement and said to every single other Premier League club, not just Arsenal, but to Man United, Man City, Chelsea, you know, those were supposed to be challengers as well. And Leicester come and win it. So I think it's put a big foot in there. But obviously Arsenal have to look at themselves now and say, look, we've messed up because Leicester won the league, so we need to improve. I think Wenger will stay for another year at least. I think he's got 1 more year left in his contract. Arsenal fans might not be too happy about it, but I think he'll stay.
We spoke about Atletico Madrid and obviously whether Wenger should be there or not. There's one question from Menron. He says, why are Atletico doing so well in the Champions League? And why have they been so good in the last couple of years? And I'll link that with another question from Devonte. It says, if Simeone was managing this current Arsenal team with no additional players, how far do you think Arsenal will go in both Premier League and Champions League? Me personally, you know, football is about attack and defence. We rave on about brilliant passing and 60-70% possession and goals, but you need to keep it at the other end. And Simeone has Atletico well drilled. I watched the Bayern Munich game and they were organised. From like the 5th minute, I was like, you know what? And I knew before, but I said, this team are actually brilliant. Like, they're organised, everyone knows their job, and they do their job. They've got the players to do it. So if he was at Arsenal, I would definitely say they'll do better. If he was at Arsenal this season, they'll win the Champions League because Arsenal have better players individually than Tottenham and Leicester. Champions League's a different kettle of fish. But I think Arsenal have the quality of the players to win the Champions League. It's just about the right manager and the right direction.
I don't know, I disagree. I think Simeone will come and do a good job at Arsenal. Whether he'd win it straight away, like whether he would have won it this season, I don't know, because you can't rule out Leicester and Tottenham squad. They've been better than Arsenal. And I don't know whether Simeone would have made them as good as they are now. I think, you know, he may have had a bit of a slower start than Arsene Wenger had, because Arsene Wenger was top in January, so he had a brilliant first 6 months. Would Simeone have had that same consistency? I don't know.
Well, that's the end of the first part of our Q&A. Watch our next video where the rest of your questions will be answered, and follow us on all the social media platforms. That's it from Neeks Sports. See you next time.